Hello students, standard 12th, supplementary lesson number 4, in which we show that, we already seen that, there are a character, Shabado and Hannah, who fall in love at the American professor's house. After coming to know that Hannah was Japanese, he proposed her and they got married in a Japanese custom with a Japanese rituals. What was happened with them? Let's see that. Now he felt her hand on his arm and was aware of the pleasure it had given him. Even though they had been married years, enough to have 2 children, for they had not married heedlessly in America. Heedlessly, it means, it is called Gujarati in Chupavine. Without hiding to themselves, without hiding with their family, they married in the Japan. They had finished their work at school after research completing and had come home to Japan, and when his father had seen the marriage had been arranged in the old Japanese way, with rituals, with customs, all the things are there. Although Shabado and Hannah had talked everything over beforehand, they talked about that. Actually, Shabado told everything about his father's nature, he believing in ritual, and all the things are completely discussed with them to each other. They were perfectly happy. Though they are researchers, scientists, medical surgeon, they have no problem with their culture, with their rituals. And we take not even a graduation degree, we have problem about our culture, we have problem about our rituals, just thinking out. And when his father, they were perfectly happy, she laid her cheek against his arm. It was this moment that both of them saw something black come out of the mist. It means they saw something and it was the black color. It was a man. He was flung up out of the ocean. Flung, it seemed, to his feet by a breaker. He staggered a few steps, his body outlined against the mist, his arm above his head. Then he called mist, hid him again. Actually, he wanted to try to remove the mist from his eyes, and he tried a lot to remove this mist. Who is that? Hannah cried. She dropped Shabado's arm and they both leaned over the railing over the veranda. Now they show him again. The man was on his hands, was knees crawling. Then they show him fall on his face and lie there. A fisherman, perhaps Shabado said, washed from his boat. He ran quickly down the steps and behind him Hannah came. At that time, when the person was completely in that, and Shabado come out from there. Her widely sleeves flying a mile or 2 away on the either side. They were fishing village. It means all the person are the fishermen nearer the area. But there was only the bare and lonely coast, dangerous with rocks. The ocean was dangerous because there was actually normally what you show a nearer area of the or a sea. You said you see the sand there, but this sea or ocean which was made with dangerous rock, and that's why it was dangerous. The surf moja beyond the beach was specked with rocks. Somehow the man had managed to come through them. He must be badly torn. They show when they come toward him that needed it it was so. The sand on the side of him had already a stain of red soaking through. He is wounded, Sabado exclaimed. He made haste to the man, who lay motionless, his face in the sand, an old cap stuck in his hand. Soaked with the sea water, he was in wet rags of garments. Shabada stopped, Hannah at his side, and turned the man's head. They show the face. In this paragraph, it was the situation of a stranger man, how he was looked, how he was found to the Sabado and his wife Hannah. So the person completely motionless, the first point of that was motionless. It means he cannot move with himself also. His face in the sand, it means sand was covered her face. An old cap stuck to his head, soaked with the sea water. He was in wet rags of garment. Stopped Hannah at his side and turned the man's head. A white man? As he showed the face of that man now, a strange expression come out of her mind and said that a white man? It means he was from America. Hannah whispered. Yes, it was a white man. The wet cap fell away and there was a wet yellow hair. With his skin color, they recognized that he was white man. Yellow hair, long, as through many weeks it had been not cut. The hair was long. So we can come to know that the hair was not cut from many weeks. And upon his young and tortured face was a rough yellow beard. He was unconscious and knew nothing that they did for him. Now Sabado remembered the wound, and with his expert finger he began to search for it. Blood flowed freshly at his touch. On his right side, on his lower back, Sabado showed that a gun wound had been reopened. As they show the condition of that white man, they come to know that he was shot by someone because the blood was there. The right side of his lower back, Sabado saw that a gun wound had been reopened. The flesh was come out blackened with the powder. Sometime not many days ago, the man had been shot and had not been seen the tended. It was bad chance that the rock had struck the wound. Oh, how he is bleeding, Hannah whispered, again in the Solomon voice. The mist screened them now completely, and at this time of the day no one came by. The fishermen had gone home, and even the chance to beachcombers would come considered the day at the end. The insects, the harmful insects that live on the sea area, maybe they come and eat him, bite him. It was the chance because fishermen are not seen anywhere around that area. What shall we do with this man? Sabado muttered. He was questioned that what to do with this man, yeah? But his trained hands seemed on their own will to be doing what they could do, staunch in a fearful bleeding. What to do? The person who was in a bleeding situation at that time, what to do with him? Give him treatment or arrested him with the army men? He packed the wound with the sea moss that screwed the beach. The man moaned with pain in her stupor. and he did not awake. What Sabado and Hannah do with him, that we will see into our next video. Till then, have a nice day.